BBC News with Moira Alderson. Heavily armed Rwandan-backed M23 insurgents have marched into Bukavu city centre in eastern Congo. Some residents cheered the arrival of the rebels 2 days after government troops fled. Their advance is sparking fears of an escalating regional war. Washington and Moscow say they're trying to agree a ceasefire in Russia's war against Ukraine. They'll hold talks on it this week in Saudi Arabia, but Ukraine itself and European countries have not been invited. European leaders, many of them concerned by this, will hold an emergency summit in Paris. Chancellor Schultz of Germany has paid tribute to the late Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, exactly a year after his suspicious death in a prison camp. Hundreds of people have gathered at Mr Navalny's grave in Moscow, part of commemorations planned worldwide. Israel says it's received a shipment of heavy aerial bombs from the Trump administration as the new US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, visits Jerusalem. Donald Trump has ended Joe Biden's pause on the delivery of Mk-84s brought in over concerns about their use in Gaza. Hamas has accused Israel of violating the ceasefire with a deadly airstrike on southern Gaza. It said at least 2 Palestinian policemen were killed as they guarded aid deliveries. Israel says it targeted armed men. The Austrian Interior Minister says a knife attack in which a teenage boy was killed and 5 others wounded was linked to the Islamic State group. He said the Syrian suspect was radicalised online. A third plane carrying Indians accused of entering the US illegally is on its way to Amritsar city in Punjab state. Some on one aircraft that arrived yesterday said they'd been shackled during the journey. A group of former Afghan government workers have held a rare protest in Kabul after the Taliban administration stopped paying their pensions. The retirees said they'd faced severe hardship. BBC News.